One of the coolest things about being alive today is that you can make a 6-figure, even a 7-figure income doing something weird. Now, this particularly applies to you if you've thought about writing your own book, launching a course, having a podcast, speaking on stages, or even starting your own business. See, the way that it used to work is that you would have to have this really great idea. Then you go to a writer's conference, you pitch your idea to an editor or an agent, and they would say, "We love the idea. We think that a publisher could publish that project." But that's just not how it works anymore. See, publishers are looking for famous influencers who already have a massive audience that they can mass market a book and sell it at Target, at Walmart, at Costco, and that's probably not you. They're looking for somebody with millions of followers and a really general topic. And the problem with that is that general topic books just don't sell unless that person is already internet famous. And you probably aren't. Unless you're running for president or you've been on a reality show or you have millions of followers on Instagram, a traditional publisher is gonna say, "No thanks." But that's actually great news because you don't want them anyway. Instead, what you wanna do is you wanna build a relationship with a niche audience. A niche audience who thinks the thing that you're weird about is actually kinda cool. See, there's one thing that's true about the internet today is that you can chase your weird. Have you ever been in a situation where somebody else has your phone and they click on the internet? Like immediately you're like, uh-oh, what was I just searching for? Because you were looking for something weird. And we're not talking about something embarrassing, we're just talking about something that you were interested in that most people would think is kind of strange. See, what's really cool about these devices is that they're so personal, that we feel like the thing that we're doing on these devices is our own business. It's our own personal interest. The people we follow online, the people we subscribe to online, the things that fire us up, the things that tick us off, the things that get us excited, the things that we laugh at, that's all individualized. Now that's great news for you as a content creator because the thing that you're weird about, there's also millions of other people who are also weird about that same thing. I want you to think about something. I want you to think about something that you enjoy that nobody else that you know is into. So for example, I like Back to the Future. It's one of my favorite movies, but I really like the car from Back to the Future. But what I like even more than the car from Back to the Future is the truck from Back to the Future. I don't know if you remember that part, but at the end of the movie, he gets his dream truck. And I just think that truck is so cool. Now, why do I like this? Well, it's attached to my childhood. It's a part of my growing up years. So I'm interested in the truck from Back to the Future. And here's the thing, I don't think I've ever met any human on the face of the earth that is also interested in the truck from Back to the Future. In fact, I think it would be really cool to have the exact truck from Back to the Future that I would drive every day. See, that kind of makes me weird, but you have something that's just as weird. So let's just say that this little interest that I have is 1 in a million, that I could meet 100 people, they're not interested. 1,000 people, they're not interested. 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. There's only one other person in a million who's interested in what I'm also interested in. Do you know, based on the world population right now, that would mean 7,990 people are just as interested in this thing that I'm interested in. And that's something really nerdy and really niche, a 1 in a million topic. Now, what you're interested in is probably more popular than 1 in a million. Maybe it's 1 in 100 people are interested in that topic, or 1 in 10,000 people are interested in that topic. The path is math. And that right there, my friends, is why I recommend that you niche down. You chase your weird, you pick your niche topic. So let's just say that the thing that you're interested in, if you met 10,000 people, there's only one other person who's your compadre. There's only one other person who's your bestie. There's only one other person that says, "Me too, I'm going to that conference. I love that conference." Or, "Oh, that's my favorite movie." Or, "I only buy their shirts. I love those shirts." 1 in 10,000 people. Let's do the math just in America. Alexa, how many people live in America?
In 2023, the population of the United States is 340 million people.
Alexa, what's 340 million divided by 10,000?
340 million divided by 10,000 is 34,000.
So if you have something that you're interested in that only 1 out of 10,000 people would also be interested in, that means in the United States alone, there are 34,000 people that are also interested in that topic. Now, there's this article written by Kevin Kelly of Tech Futurist, written 20 years ago, called 1,000 True Fans. And basically, inside that article, what he posits is that if you had 1,000 people that were buying your stuff, that they were your truest fans, that they gave you money for the products and services that you created, you could have a six-figure income. So what that might mean is you have 1,000 people that join your $10 a month membership, or you have 250 people that join your $40 a month membership. There's all sorts of ways to break down the math. And that is where the fortune is made. Finding those 34,000 people and having only 1 out of 34 become a client of yours. So let's just use a quick example. Seth Papoon is one of the members of the Arise and Build Mastermind, and he's really into woodworking. So I want you to think about all the people in America. How many people would you have to talk to, have to meet, ask them about woodworking before you found another person who was also into woodworking? That's probably not a 1 in 10,000 topic. It's probably a 1 in 100, maybe 1 in 200, 1 in 500, something like that. It's not a niche topic. It's a pretty broad range topic. So let's just say, for sake of argument, that it's 1 out of 500 people. If you talk to 500 people, one person would be into woodworking. So that's a 1 out of 500. That's kind of a level 1 right there. As we talked about, riches in the niches. So let's take another interest to go down a level. Let's take woodworking plus dogs. People who are into woodworking who have a pet. That's going from 1 out of 500 to probably 1 out of 2,000. Okay, 1 out of 2,000. So just those two niches, you have woodworking plus has a dog, that's still 170,000 people. So I want you to think about those 170,000 people. Of all the people that are into woodworking who have a dog, how many of those dogs passed away this year? Well, if the average lifespan of a dog is, let's say, 15 years, that's gonna be 1 out of 15. So in a percentage, 1 out of 15 people is 6.67%, or let's just round it up to 7%. So those 170,000 people that are into woodworking and have a dog, 7% of them, unfortunately, will have their dog pass away this year. So the total number of people who are into woodworking who have a dog, whose dog is probably gonna pass away this year, is 11,700, just in America. So let's go back to Seth. Seth is not just a woodworker who's into dogs, but he's into something called chainsaw art. And his whole business is creating a chainsaw art version of somebody's dog, somebody's furry friend who passed away. And he creates this incredible art as a memorial to that dog. Now, obviously that's gonna be really expensive. Let's just say that it's $3,000 for Seth to create this unique piece of art. Well, for him to make 6 figures a year, he would only need to sell 34 of these creations per year, or less than 1 per week. That math is not 30% of the market, not 3% of the market, but 0.3% of the market. That means that there are 997 people that could say no, and if only the 3 people remaining say yes, he's in business. Think about how incredible that is. He can do something as nerdy and cool and niche and a little crazy as creating these unique carved chainsaw creations of people who have lost their pet this year. And he only needs 0.3% of the total market. Now I know what you're probably thinking, but Brian, my thing is not as weird as chainsaw art. I just wanna help people be encouraged. I just wanna help moms thrive. I just wanna help people get closer to God through a Bible study. And that's the problem. You're not weird enough. Has anybody ever told you that you're not weird enough? So here's the solution. It's time to get weird. Go through this exercise. How many people are interested in this? How many people are interested in this plus this? What's that total market? What's something that I could create that only those people would think is super cool? So do that. Find something that you love, go super niche, create something that only those people are going to love. Go find those people in Facebook groups and online ads and social media. Find your people, create something awesome for them, and then offer it to them. That is how you can make your 6 figures chasing your weird. But wait. Before we wrap up, here's the coolest part. You're doing something that you love. You're hanging out with other people who love the thing that you love. You're able to bring this weird, cool thing that you love into your life and make that how you make your living. And that is the power of niching down your message. You get to hang out with those people, you get to nerd out with those people, and you get to create an incredible income by serving those people well. I hope that helps you. For a free resource to figure out your unique niche message, just visit briandixon.com/message. You have a message to share and an audience to serve, and here at Hope Media, we're here to help you increase your impact and your income by sharing your hope-filled words with the world, because we believe that the world needs your hope-filled words more now than ever before. Grab the resource to help you figure out what those hope-filled words are. briandixon.com/message. Let's go.